Chapter 40. No one knows where the shoe pinches, but he who wears it. German proverb. As we walked home, Mama made us wipe our tears and told us to smile and properly greet everyone we passed. People get caught when they look like people who should be caught, she said. Smile. What about Papa? I mumbled. You will see him tomorrow. Save a hug and kiss for him until then, because he will want it. Mama spoke with confidence, but I didn't know whether that was because she believed it or because she wanted me to believe it. There was a time in my childhood when I accepted as fact everything my parents said, simply because it never occurred to me they could be wrong. But Papa had said he would return from his visit to the West, and he was wrong. Mama had said the wall wouldn't last, and we'd all be together again. That was wrong too. So wrong that to make things right again, we had now put everything at stake, including our lives. I wished I could return to that time of my childhood, just long enough to believe my father would be okay simply because my mother had pronounced it so. But I had seen too much reality to ever go back. As it was, the best I could do was to pretend to believe her, so she would worry less about me. Mama assumed she had cheered me up and went on to say, "Until we're all together tomorrow, we are going to pack our clothes and wash ourselves and clean the apartment." Clean? I asked. Why, if we're only going to leave it? When we're gone, Stasi will be everywhere in our home. It was Mama's German pride speaking now. I won't have them saying the Lowe family are pigs. We are going to clean it. Fritz and I didn't argue. There was no point in it. We returned home with only a passing comment from Frau Eberhardt that we were back earlier than usual. Mama walked past as if she hadn't heard her, but I curtsied politely and we hurried back to our apartment. None of us needed reminding this time about the microphones. Mama only announced that the gardening could wait for a day. Today we would clean and get Fritz packed to leave for the military tomorrow. It was a perfect cover story for our real purposes. I was given the job of cleaning the front room, which I still thought was ridiculous, but I didn't say anything. I couldn't, because any complaint would be overheard, flagged, and reported. So I pretended to be cheery, but compensated by giving my mother irritated looks whenever she passed by. Mama prepared an early supper for us, more of Herr Krause's food, and Fritz and I ate as if it was our last meal. Fritz said my constant hunger was all in my mind, but I noticed he acted the same way, always eating whatever was available in case no food came to us tomorrow. "I'm supposed to be at work tomorrow for my new job," Mama announced. "But I need to go back to Oma Gertrude this evening and make sure she's okay. I might not make it home by curfew, in which case I'll return first thing in the morning." Fritz and I looked back at her and nodded our understanding. The visit wasn't to be sure Oma Gertrude was okay. Mama was going to say goodbye. It would be her last chance to see her mother, ever. As guilty as I had felt for starting the tunnel without Mama's knowledge, I couldn't imagine how she must feel for leaving without being able to bring Oma Gertrude with us. The fact that they were being pulled apart was my fault, and I hoped Mama could one day forgive me for that. Partially to compensate for my guilt, I offered to clean up the kitchen so my mother could get on the road as soon as possible. Besides, I felt more worried than ever because we were so close now, and because I couldn't be at the tunnel tonight. Even if my father survived a collapse of his tunnel, Grenzer officers with their long rifles in hand would be there to greet him at the surface. Mama left as soon as she finished eating. Afterward, Fritz helped me finish in the kitchen and then said he had his own errand to run. It shouldn't have been any of my business where he was going, but I needed to know. It had to be something good to justify leaving me alone on such a dangerous night. "Claudia," he said. "She's often at the clubs in the evening. I just want to say hello." Or goodbye. That would probably be a hard conversation, especially since she would never know how final his farewell was. I nodded, and he darted out the door. After he left, it was a very long evening for me. There was nothing more to pack or to clean, and nothing I could concentrate on for more than a few seconds. I thought it might be nice if I had someone to say goodbye to. Anna. But I'd sooner talk to Frau Eberhardt than my former friend. Curfew began when it was dark out, and it was only a few minutes after that Fritz came trudging into the apartment, with his head held low. He looked up at me with heavy eyes and started toward his room. How did it go? I was hopeful, though from his appearance I already had my answer. He only muttered, I really did love her, Goethe. More than she ever loved me back, apparently. Only then did I understand his full purpose in going. It wasn't to say goodbye to Claudia. It was to ask her to come with us. I wasn't sure how much Fritz had said, or what promises he possibly could have offered her about their life together. They were both so young, but I knew he still loved her. So that was it then. He had gone to beg Claudia to come with us where they would be free to be together. And she had refused him.